What's up, ladies and gentlemen? You are listening, you are watching Sideline Talk. I'm the humble beast himself, Coach Hurd.
You want hot wise? Okay. I was here the place to be. I don't be trying to jump out there.
What it is, man? It's your boy Random Ways watching this recap, and Tay is right. Tannehill was horrible shit. This nigga threw a Kobe prayer up just now.
Kobe? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Coach Tay in the building, the fantasy icon. We are vastly approaching that. Just be ready.
Is your name, should it change over the years? Fantasy icon? Should it be fantasy no playoffs, or like is it
Wow. It's no
fantasy
playoffs.
injured reserve teams, or like what should we call your team? That
Well, I can guarantee you that one person I will never draft in any league ever in the history of leagues again.
don't sound
That's
racist,
Christian
man.
McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey, you are dead to me. Your hamstring is dead to me.
Well, his hamstring is dead to him too. Shit.
I hope this nigga.
exists.
I hope this nigga never have a black chick or Latina on his side. This shit ain't gonna make it after the first round. Shit.
Oh, man. Wow. Y'all see it. Follow us on YouTube, Sideline Talk _SLT, Instagram at the Sideline Talk, Facebook group, #Sideline Talk, and on Twitch, Sideline Talk. Sideline Talk is
Live on
everywhere,
Twitch right
man.
now. Live on Twitch right now.
Live on Twitch as we speak. We got oh, Jesus. Okay. All right, sir. Appreciate you for chiming in on Twitch. Shout out to yeah. I don't want to butcher that man's name, so let us say yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get into it. Game 5 is tonight. Game 5.
Mm-hmm.
Golden State, Boston 2-2 series. How y'all see it playing out, man? Boston, and for the record, Boston has yet to lose back-to-back games in this year's playoffs. I think that's yeah.
Where we at tonight?
Should be Golden State.
San Francisco.
Oh, okay. I put it simple. Last game 4, I was telling y'all before it happened, I was like, Steve Kerr has to get Draymond Green off the court right now and put Poole in the game so they have another option to score. He did it. They came back. They win game 4. I'm not saying Draymond don't need to play. What I'm saying is Kevon Looney is giving you more than Draymond Green is giving you right now. Offensive rebounding, hustle plays. He's just giving you more. And Poole is giving you way more than Draymond Green right now. So if they play them, we see that lineup primarily tonight, and with coupled with the emo shots that Steph gonna come with, Clay gonna have to get some good shots too. But I'm just saying it's gonna be too much for Boston, and I'm gonna go Golden State by 8 tonight.
It's pretty good. I mean, that lineup not only does Kevon Looney is giving you more, but in this series he's giving you a rim protector. So with a team like Boston, who has so many guys who can create their own shots and get in the lanes, now you got to second guess yourself. You have to attack the basket with a different mentality than when Draymond is in, because when he's down there, like, man, nigga 6, like, you bigger than Draymond. You know what I mean? Let me just go over the top. He ain't doing nothing. But with a guy like Kevon Looney, yeah, let me just may have to finesse it here and there. So I thought that was a good change. I was waiting to see if Steve Kerr was going to get some minutes out of like Kuminga, use his size and athleticism. He still got that in the chamber. So we'll see how it plays out.
And Kuminga, they all looking to score. Like, only person not looking to score is Draymond. Like, around the rim, he's looking to kick it back out for some reason. But
But that's everybody. For some reason, they pass on layups. That's the Golden State way. Let's pass on layups and shoot a three.
Well, Wiggins and Poole on the court, they both attack the rim, which is what you need to do against Boston to collapse that defense, and they both do it well. So I'm not mad at if Jordan Poole or Andrew Wiggins is attacking the rim, and they might not make every shot. It just pulls the defense just a little bit. That's all you really need.
You have to. You gotta pull it, especially with a team like Boston that rotates so well. Like they want to rotate and close out on every shooter except Draymond. So making them work that extra, and try to protect the rim. Not only does it pulls the defense, but it can potentially get Robert Williams in foul trouble. So then you lose your rim protector. And then the floodgates can really open, and you can go back to playing your small ball lineup with Draymond.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I want to say each team will win at home, and then Game 7 decided. But I'm gonna go the opposite way. I'm gonna think tonight Boston wins again in Golden State, and then Game 6 Golden State gonna win in Boston, and then we get a Game 7. And I think tonight is going to be the first game officially where Jason Tatum looks like the best player on the court. He hasn't had a game like that all series. Like in my mind, if like Boston was to win the series, you would have to look to like Jaylen Brown as like possibly the MVP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but I think tonight, I think Jaylen gonna be solid as he's been. But I think Tatum is going to be on a whole nother level tonight.
Solid ain't going to cut it from Jaylen Brown tonight.
No. That's why I said Tatum going to be on another level in order to win. Or one of them. I mean, you never know. Jaylen, the way he come out scoring on everybody, it's like, just keep feeding him. We might get one of them nights where he drops 50 points from one of them.
I'm curious to know what made you say that, though.
You be hating on Slim, yo. He a problem.
Look. He at that level.
He's a kid. He gets better every year.
He at that level where he getting better than what perceived the other players that I put at that level. Like, I don't buy into none of that stock. That shit gonna flop eventually. They doing better. He ascending at the right time. He's doing what he needs to do, what I believe he should be doing at this age, especially getting better. Like I put Jaylen Brown, DeMar DeRozan, Lowry, a lot of them niggas who can score 17 to 24 a game, especially in the mid-range, but then once to get into a primetime playoff game, these niggas choke and they start throwing up threes and they start being lazy and they like, bro, what the fuck is y'all doing? Like, I mean, I get it. Like, the first time we seen it where Boston, they've been rooting for Boston ever since Jason Tatum got in the league when they played Cleveland and they felt like they could have beat Cleveland that year. They, even went to the interviews. They settled. I mean, Rozier, Jaylen Brown, Tatum, McCluton, they start thinking they was the Splash Brothers. They can compete with the Cavs, and that shit got them run out of the fucking playoffs. I mean, Eastern Conference Championship. So, Jaylen Brown is doing more aggressiveness. He's getting to the lane. He feel like no one can be in front of him. Nobody can guard him. So he's doing what he needs to do, what I believe a player who wants to win, instead of being passive, be aggressive, is doing. So, I mean, I see a 30 night, sometimes high 20, but 40s and 50s, I don't see it. But that's just me.
If Jaylen Brown got 40 points, then they win by 15. Flat out. That's just what it is.
I don't believe that.
I believe it, because if that's happening, he going to cause so much problems. Like you said, when he penetrate in the lane and making stuff happen, it causes too many issues. You can kick out and shoot to Marcus Smart. Kick out and pass to Marcus Smart. He can make a couple shots, and then you penetrate, collapse that Golden State defense. It's kind of a wrap. When he on, shorty on.
Right, but that's a battle that I'm willing to lose if I'm trying to win the war at the end of the day. Like, I'm gonna see somebody go bonkers at the end of the day, but like I said, I'm not letting Al Horford hit no easy ass corner threes. I'm not letting White get 21 plus on me with some easy jumpers or just get hot. Is whoever wants to on the role players and the X's who not the stars who wants to win this series. Who wants going to be the hustle plays? Who's going to dive? Who's going to steal? Who's going to run and get the rebounds? We've seen it last game with Wiggins, 16 rebounds. Like the boy was hustling. He was at no point no one was going to stop him. And whoever wants to do that on either team should win this game.
Yeah, I mean, I agree completely. It sounds like you you're describing both teams, so both of them play that way. But you say you're not letting Horford hit the corner threes or White drop 21. But if your defensive focus is to stop penetration from Brown or Tatum, you ultimately is going to give up them shots to them role players.
I'm not giving up 20 plus points of shots.
No, I'm just, either you're gonna sit home and give them a free lane to the basket, or you're gonna rotate. You see what I'm saying? Like they just say, you know what, let's just let them two get 45 points or whatever and try to shut down everybody else. I don't think it's gonna work in today's league because the game is so fast and so spread out. Like it was easy to do that, 20 years ago when damn near every team was a half court set. Whereas now it's like everybody is for the most part, everybody play 5 out or 1-4 flat type of offense. Whereas the floor is just spread. So it's like in that sense, you can't really eliminate the stars. I'm sorry, you can't eliminate the role players and let the stars go off because you give them too much space to operate.
I hear what you're saying.
And humanly possible, you can't cover all that ground that consistently for 48 minutes.
Exactly. I'm saying I'm not letting that shit happen for our fourth quarters. At some point, I'm going to have to stand up and stay in front of my defender and make a tough shot, is what I'm saying. Eventually, once in a while.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not talking about the open shots. I'm talking about when I have Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown in front of me, I'm going to make it as difficult as possible to try to re-up my defense and make them have tough shots. If they're going to score 40-plus points, they're going to earn every points they get.
So basically, that's what Boston did with Steph Curry.
But that's dumb.
He put a crazy number. No. What I'm saying is they make him take tough shots. He's just hitting them. Same thing with Clay. Clay was off, but he gets just count how many times they get an open look. If they get an open look, it's going in. When I say open look, NBA open look is like you're not within a foot and a half of the shooter. If they got a foot of space, that's an open look for the Golden State Warriors. Most of the time, they're not getting open looks. Especially Steph, he's just hitting them. And that's what you want at this level. It's like so much you can do defensively. You can't hand check. You can't really be as aggressive as you want, running off screens. So it's kind of like caters to the offense a little bit. But it's tough to do. It's tough to do for 4 quarters. That's why you have stretches where it's like, I don't give a damn who's there. He going to make this shot. And you got guys on both teams that can do that. That's why it's so exciting. It's been an exciting series for me.
Let's tune in to Al because that nigga laughed like he was watching Eddie Murphy just now.
No, I was just saying Warriors and 6.
Al will be disappointed because I got on Boston colors right now.
Warriors and 6. Not only do they lose 2 in a row, they lose 3 in a row.
Damn. Yikes. Don't try to get basketball season over with. Oh, petty.
Game 6, Clay. Just going to go ahead and go off, give Stafford's MVP.
Oh, man.
And, Boston has been a hell of a year.
All right. Let's switch gears a little bit. He's holding out. Somebody isn't holding out though. But no Terry McLaurin. No DK Metcalf. Who's the other one?
Debo.
No, Debo's at minicamp.
Okay.
Debo's at camp, but Terry, no DK. Debo reported. Kyler Murray reported. Lamar reported. I think I'm missing somebody else who held out. But my thought is specifically Terry McLaurin and DK Metcalf. Will this holdout be successful for them?
I'm gonna say it'll be successful for Terry McLaurin because Washington believes they can compete now. If you're Seattle, you got to believe you're in the middle of a rebuild, in my opinion. So if he hold out, it's like, well, we probably weren't gonna win with you anyway. So if he holding out, it's not to his really. He don't have no leverage, in my opinion. Oh, come back, y'all! Y'all need me to come back so we can win. No, y'all need me to come back so we can still lose. That's pretty much the situation Seattle's in. Washington really believes that they can compete right now with Carson Wentz. So to not have his number one guy there is way more leverage than DK has. So I'll say Terry McLaurin is going to work out for him. And I don't know, what is he in the third year before or a potential 5, or is he?
Terry was a second round pick, right?
Yeah.
Second round pick, so it should be a 4-year deal.
So he's
First
in
round,
4.
Yeah.
He's in year 4.
Because he came out with Hollywood in him. He's in that draft.
Okay. Then,
So that's 2019 draft.
I mean, if anybody that's worth the salt that's been watching Terry McLaurin, know he got a right. Pay him. What we waiting on? Y'all paying dudes that's fighting on the sidelines. Just pay him.
You all right over there?
For me?
For me?
You talking about Al?
No. How the hell is he a second round pick? But N'Keal Harry and East Compton Brown are first picks. I'm just confused.
We ain't about to revisit this. We know what happened.
Yeah.
I'm just confused. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Why are you confused? You know what happened. Like
He already went back there in his mind.
What's your thoughts on the move, though, Al? Does it holding out works for Terry or?
For Terry, it does. I don't know about them thinking they can win right now. I mean, you got
they should
2 teams in your division that's already better than you. And
that's debatable.
That ain't debatable.
That's
Dallas
extremely debatable.
I'm sorry. You have 2 teams in your conference, in your division that were playoff teams last year. Let's put it that way. That way, there ain't no debate. They were already playoff teams last year. And then one of them added weapons. I don't know what Darryl is doing. I guess they're living off of 5 Super Bowl rings in the 90s, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to do. But Philly is definitely added to pieces. So for Washington, they, like he said, they got Carson Wentz on a prove-it deal. He can't prove it if he don't have his receivers. I mean, I'm not falling for Carson Wentz again. But somebody believes Carson Wentz can do something.
I believe both receivers are in the same position. They're looking at it like, well, we rebuild or you believe that we have a team that can win. Both quarterbacks haven't showed you shit. Both quarterback rooms haven't really showed you shit. I don't care what year people are still living in with the almost MVP year for Carson Wentz. That don't mean a damn thing. So if I'm both receivers, I'm like, well, if I got to go through this shit, y'all going to pay me. And that's just going to be what it is. And I sit the fuck out all day. You just trade me and I get to a better situation.
I understand what y'all saying. But I'm looking at it from a different perspective. It's like holding out, like every point y'all made is valid. Like Terry don't feel like they can. Well, Washington feel like they can make a playoff push. Seattle is in the middle of rebuild, but they're trying to convince the veterans on the team that they're not rebuilding. So that's a weird situation with DK. My thought is not particularly just the names, but the position itself. With so many talented wide receivers in the country, the league has been a revolving door um, of getting these young guys up to speed within a year or two. It's kind of becoming like the running back position in a sense. Why by being, a lot of teams passing the ball 45 to 50 attempts per game. So it's like, why would I commit high dollar to this player when I can get similar value on a rookie deal? Now, unless you're a guy like Devontae, it's like when you come in, or Chase. Let's Chase because he's younger. Chase came in year one and put up historic numbers. If he continues on that trend, there's no way possible Cincinnati will let him walk because he's that special. But for guys like Terry, who I believe is really good, I think DK is pretty good. Those guys those guys are a little closer to be replaced. DK is a big receiver, but he doesn't run routes freaky like Julio did at his size. You get what I'm saying? Or Calvin. So it's like I can replace that. I could find a 6'4", 4'2" guy that plays big. The way just look at the way 7-on-7 is prevalent now. So you got guys constantly working and constantly getting better, and then they go to college and get great teaching and get numbers and get production. They come in day one. It's like I'm looking at it from that perspective. Like, it's going to be tough unless teams feel as though, he's a top 5 guy, top 10 guy. I think they might just say, you know what, just roll the dice, let him play the year out, and then let's move on.
It's a weapons league, though. So I get what you're saying about, people go ahead and replacing receivers. I don't think you replace a top, where we want to put them, 15, top 10, 15, somewhere in there maybe.
But who's top 15?
I'm thinking Terry could possibly be top 15.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
What?
I agree. I get what you're saying. But when you start going down a list of names, it gets jumbled up.
Right. I mean, I just don't see. Now, I'm not crazy about DK. I think he's good, but I don't think he's, like you said, Julio Jones, Hopkins, Devontae Adams good. I don't put him on that level at all. I just see a big, fast receiver.
What are we talking about?
I think he can be.
No break hands. He's a receiver. So that's easier to replace. Terry is a person that's going to go up, fight for the ball, do the scrappy things that need to be done for a wide receiver.
That's DK as well. No. DK does that, and DK block, and DK is unselfish too. He blocks in the run game.
What are we talking about here? We talking about these guys are 1,000-yard receivers
all season.
Tell one. You said 1,000-yard receivers.
Yes.
Okay.
DK has 12 touchdowns last year. 12. The year before that, 10 touchdowns. And then look, go to Terry's. Terry had a touchdowns, but he had 1,000 yards, 1,100 yards, another 1,000 yards. Like, I mean, and he had Heineken thrown to him. Like, I mean, come on. Like,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But you know who else was a 1,000-yard receiver?
I don't want to hear it. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna say who you think I'm gonna say. Look at T. Higgins.
Okay.
Is T. Higgins top 15?
No.
Why not?
Not in my opinion.
He run routes crazy good. He go up and get the ball. He got hands. He got the numbers. But he's not top 15, right? In your opinion. Al, would you say he top 15?
He barely top 2 on his team.
He barely top 2 on his team. But that proves my point. That proves my point. He got 1,000+ yards and damn near 10 touchdowns. But you're not going to advocate for T. Higgins to be a $25 million receiver?
But he's not the number
not
one.
for Cincinnati, no.
Right.
But
if he goes somewhere, he's going to get that.
But that's the point. That's the point. If I know Cincinnati won't commit to T. Higgins for 20+ million, and I look at Terry and I look at Terry numbers, look what T. Higgins does, look what DK can do. If I can get that production from him for $10, $12 million less, I'm gonna do that. I'm just saying. Think about it's the running back position. You can get 1,200 yards rushing, but you hit a certain age, like, nah, I ain't gonna pay you what you deserve. I'm gonna come in with the young boy who can do the same thing. That's just how the league is going. I'm just looking ahead of the trend. That's all it is.
I get what you're saying, but Washington don't have that luxury.
Why don't they?
Well, I mean, they got Dotson, right?
They got 60.
Samuel.
Who's Dotson?
Jahan Dotson. That's the young boy you talking about.
Oh yeah, you got Jahan. You got De'Ami Brown last year,
and you got
Chris Samuel.
Samuel, yeah.
And you got 3 running backs.
Okay.
So and you got
bro. Terry McLaurin was arguably one of the best wide receivers in the league last year.
Say it again.
He was arguably one of the best wide receivers in the league last year.
I agree completely. Like, I'm a Terry fan.
Right.
I'm just saying. Like, I'm a fan of both guys. I want them to get paid. I'm just saying, from a business standpoint, don't be surprised if they say, you know what? It's not worth it.
True. But also, from a business standpoint, when you got motherfuckers like Kristen Kirk getting deals like how he got, there ain't no fucking way that Terry McLaurin and DK gonna sit there and like, I wish the fuck I would step on the field and not get that type of deal.
And I agree. I agree completely. But all it's gonna take is the owners to, like, you know what? We messed up. Let's fix it by not going down this trend.
But
like, it's certain guys warrants that type of money. And you're paying for potential down the line. Like, potentially in the next, say you get a 4 or 5 year deal. Will those guys still be within the top 10 of the wide receiver talk, or top 15 of the wide receiver talk, with so many incoming guys coming in ready? You see what I'm saying? You got to look at it that way.
So the question would be this, because you said, would it be worth it for them to hold out? DK,
not
Seattle,
worth it. Like, will it work out? Will it work out for them? Because I don't think it's gonna work out regardless.
I'm saying, as far as would it work out in Seattle? Because I mean, they don't really have anybody besides, I don't know who else they have really on their books right now that they have to make a priority. You don't have a quarterback, but you're probably going to get one next year in the draft.
Lockett, right? That's it. I can't think of nobody else.
Already paid though.
Huh?
And Tyler's on the back end of his deal.
Okay.
He's already
Tyler's on the back end of his deal. Maybe Jordan Brooks coming up, but that's going to be next year. If you want to go that route, I think he had a Pro Bowl season. Jordan Brooks, linebacker. I think he had a Pro Bowl season. So I mean, they don't really have anybody that they're gonna prioritize. So does it work out for him there? I don't know. I don't think so. I think DK would probably be served better elsewhere.
I get what you're saying, but at the same time, say they can go. Like, who's to say you stop? What's to stop him from going this route? Let DK play this year out. Test the market. We can't agree on a deal with DK, but the money that we were going to allot to him, we can possibly pick up 1, 2, 3 other guys to fit that bag in production. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
But people, like, I'm just saying, teams going. I'm telling you, they're going to treat wide receivers like running backs.
But again, if that's your only receiver, it's a weapons league. Like, you can't.
That's not your.
Everybody ain't trying to have the same mindset of Baltimore and going in with one wide receiver and think this little starter pistol is going to get it done.
But that's the point. That's not your only receiver. Like, even to this day, DK not the best receiver on the team. I don't care what nobody say. It's always been that way for me.
Mm.
Okay.
He's the biggest. He's the name. Tyler Lockett is the better receiver. It is what it is.
I mean, I ain't gonna argue that because I told you I'm not really a big DK guy. Never really have been.
Speaking of receivers, did Kansas City maximize Tyreek Hill's talent? This was news to me, Al. Like when you said this, I was confused. Like, what? Go ahead and break it down for us, Al.
So Drew Rosenhaus was doing a podcast interview, if you will, and it kind of looks like damage control about Tyreek pretty much taking the money and running to Miami, and he was just speaking on the Chiefs just using him strictly as a deep ball receiver. He felt like he was underutilized, and Miami, working with Tua in Miami, it looks like he's going to get the ball, at multiple levels, multiple layers, instead of just being a deep ball threat or being a reverse gadget guy. So I think he bugging. I mean,
Nigga got that good shit down Miami. That's what the fuck it is. Nigga high as a bitch. You can't watch Kansas City games and just think he was just a deep threat. Of course, that's one of his facets of his game that he had in his bag. But it's been clutch performances we done seen. Shit, even the fucking the Buffalo game. That wasn't a deep route. That was like what? An in route that turned into Like it's been multiple occasions where we done seen him get in the game and take something that's 2 or 3 yards and make it a bomb or do something. He's just he a monster when it was his speed. I just think, like you said, trying to clear some shit up and trying to act like, justify his decision to go down to Miami.
Can you explain to me how you underutilize a guy in 6 years has 500 receptions, over 6,600 yards, and 56 touchdowns?
How many targets did this nigga get?
Right. Forget about the targets. Who knows I don't even know what the targets are, but that's just
Hill's targets, 159 targets for 7th in the league in 2021.
He has in his career, he has a total of 708 targets.
The fuck out of here.
In his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 year career, 708 targets.
And they use this nigga in returns. So how come on now, bro.
I mean,
I refuse to be a Kansas City apologist, but what I will say is this: Drew Rosenhaus high. That's clear.
Like I don't see the need to bash a team after you left them. Like I never felt that way. Even like in relationships, it didn't need for me bashing the person I was with. Like I chose to be with that person. Like that looks bad on me as well as that person. You know what I'm saying? Like
bash that hoe.
Like
bitch is crazy. I try to tell y'all niggas.
Like yo, like come on, man. Like they don't need to bash Kansas City, but in this case, it don't make sense. Like we seen all right. So what he gonna get more fly sweeps in Miami? That's what it is. He gonna run more tunnel screens. He gonna be in the backfield running the option with Tua. Like what? It's gonna be like him and what's the running back, the fast one?
Drake.
Not Drake. I don't know.
Raheem Mostert?
Mostert, yeah. Mostert. Him and Mostert will run read option or something. Like what we doing? Like you did it all. Like he got every route there is. He's done ran it. He been decoy. He been deep threat. Like that's weird. That's just such a weird statement. Like, but I do need to see his on his YouTube channel. He got a like a 15-minute video. Said it's titled "It Needs to Be Said." Yeah. It needed to be said. So I need to figure out. I need to watch that. Maybe we can come back and revisit it. We break that down because obviously it was a shock to all of us. When they let him go. That's one of the players that we thought a team won't let go. because he just means so much to the offense.
Mm-hmm.
You can't replace that. At least, as easy to replace.
The direct quote was, "We felt that Tyreek was underutilized and wasn't fully appreciated, and that they really weren't taking full advantage of all his ability and talent."
There's only one part that I agree with, and that he wasn't kind of appreciated part. That he got paid, but he ain't get with the numbers Tyreek putting up, man. You got to get paid. So they decided not to pay him. So at that point, he's underappreciated. That's the only thing I can agree with. He's been utilized. Trust me, we know. So,
but you know what's funny about Tyreek Hill? Do y'all think the way the season ended for them plays a part in this statement? Because we say Tyreek Hill's speed is such a threat that defensive coordinators gotta, package certain defenses just for him.
Yeah.
Players gotta be extremely disciplined in how they play their coverage because of him. But you look at that game against Cincinnati, it's a lot of times where Mahomes was running for his life or just ain't no way to go with the football. He couldn't find Tyreek. You know what I mean?
I think that was overutilization. I mean, you just take the last play of the half. Like, you sitting there waiting for Tyreek to pop open on this little out route that's not in the end zone, and you don't have any timeouts, and the time is gone. So, but you just looking down Tyreek. That's overutilization. The reason that the Bengals were able to come back is because you were just looking for Tyreek.
And you called a route when you was trying to go for touchdowns outside of the end zone.
Out of the end zone, right.
He needs some milk.
And he got jammed. I think he got jammed too. Didn't he get jammed at the line?
It don't matter.
I think he got choked out a little bit at the line too. That's why.
I don't know. I thought it was just a regular flat. You talking about the end and a half?
Yeah, I thought he got choked out a little bit. Like,
I thought it was just a regular
get
flat.
off this line.
That was just a regular flat route. I don't know.
All right. Taywan, let's get to it, man. Because I see you in the group. Was that your classic lineup?
That's me personally. That's my either run or pass lineup.
Either run or pass. Your classic defensive front four
In the
all time would be who?
In a 4-3, it would be Reggie White at end, Warren Sapp at D tackle, Aaron Donald at D tackle, and I don't even remember who the hell I put as the fourth one. I don't know. I think I put Bruce Smith. No.
I was just my bad. I was just playing.
It was Bruce Smith.
It was Bruce Smith, yeah.
And Bruce Smith at the other end.
And in parentheses, lazy answer. Yeah.
Bruce Smith is such a lazy answer. I wanted to give a different person, but
I thought all of it is a lazy answer.
Well,
you put arguably.
Wait a minute. A no-brainer.
You are the best players at each position.
A no-brainer and a lazy answer is different.
That's lazy.
Aaron Donald and Warren Sapp are no-brainers.
Not necessarily.
Reggie White, in my opinion, is a no-brainer.
That's lazy.
It's not lazy, but when you asking for the best all time. So to me, you can't be lazy on an all time when those people are who they are. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, it's no denying Bruce Smith. Like, he has the most sacks in history. Like Reggie White.
You said
that's the lazy part of it for me, though.
That's Bruce Smith, right? The Bruce Smith?
Yeah, Bruce Smith having the most sacks. I feel like that part is lazy.
I agree.
Like,
I completely agree with you. That's why I put lazy answer.
Right.
Bruce Smith is such a lazy answer.
I'm gonna give mine.
All of it is a lazy, all of it is
Reggie White to me.
Before Al, before you start, can you come up with honorable mentions that have you actually thinking like, I'd rather put There's people that you can't touch. Like, you know how we do, so you have that.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
And that's why, see, that thought process is why I say it's lazy, because you just look at the list. Oh, he the greatest, he the greatest, he the greatest. That's lazy.
If you say all-time best, I mean, I feel like you have to put the all-time best in that all-time.
But that's that goes without saying. Like, that's like saying, all right, I'm gonna pick the all-time NBA 5. Everybody gonna pick Mike.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
That's lazy.
All right, so if we want to put, well, should I wait until everybody else give theirs before I say my honorable mention?
Let's do the all-times, because I'm gonna have my shit a little bit different. So
all right, because I would say John Randall was a monster.
Yes,
I saw John Randall. John Randall was a monster, right?
Yes, Lord.
To me, I'm a Javon Curse guy. I love Javon Curse, right?
Yo, you're giving out my goddamn 4 right now.
Oh, my bad. my bad. But they asked for honorable mentions. To me, personally, I'm a Haloti Nada guy. I'm a Haloti. Now, he wasn't all-time great, but he fits what I want to do. He was a pass rusher and he was a run stopper. So, Haloti Nada. JJ Watt.
You know what's a funny thing, though, with your front 4, the all-time 4? I wouldn't be scared to run against that defense.
You better be scared to run against my defense.
Only like I'm gonna run to the weak link.
Who? Warren?
Arenado's
not the weak link.
In the run game. Yes.
No. If you put 2 or 3 guys on him like people do consistently, yes.
All right. Okay.
Aaron is a beast in the run game too.
Watch him closer. He's a little weak link in the run game. Out of them 4. Just out of
them
4.
Yeah, probably.
He's a weak link. That's what I'm saying.
Got to be a weak link in a run game against those 4, bro. Like, I mean,
that's a hell of a weak link, though. I'm just saying.
All the 4 I mentioned can play multiple techniques too. Every one of them. All of them can play everything but 0, in my opinion. 0 technique. But go ahead.
I put Sapp at 0 with that quickness.
Right. Sapp was definitely 0.
I could put him there. Aaron Donald a little too.
He just don't like playing it.
I would throw Sapp there.
Okay.
Yeah, Sapp definitely is a 0. He just don't like playing 0 tech. Like, he said it as like you don't get enough. He don't feel like you get enough sacks right there or pressures right there at 0 tech. So he hates playing.
I'm more concerned. Curious about your current 4 than the all time.
So let me say my
all time would be. I think everybody all time would be similar.
Mm-hmm. Well, John said he got a different one, but go ahead, Al.
Reggie White, of course, favorite defensive end ever. It's crazy how strong he was to be that small. Like, that's crazy. Just throwing guys. John Randall is the guy who one of the defensive tackles that made me watch football. John Randall is definitely on my top 4 all time. I'm going to go Aaron Donald because Aaron Donald is amazing right now. And my last 4, since you said Bruce Smith, and I felt like that was a lazy answer, I'm going to go DeMarcus Ware. Just like I don't feel like anybody else would put DeMarcus Ware in there. But I think DeMarcus Ware, he was a monster. He could pressure, could play that outside spot, could play the run, could play the pass.
I had him more the outside, but go ahead. Yeah.
And even just rushing the passer alone, DeMarcus Ware got some stuff in his game where people are still using today. Like, oh no, I'm watching DeMarcus Ware to pick this up. Like, it's crazy.
But another favorite of mine, like you said, was Curse. Just gotta mention the Gator.
Freak. Ooh. Freak athlete.
Curse. We ain't old enough to mention guys like Joe Green, but we talk all the time. I mean, time has to play a factor in it. And
give him a coat and get him off my list.
Somebody asked a question. Who is that? Let me see. Let me check his Facebook. Let me double check. Oh, Tony. What's up, Tony? He asked a question. If D Ford is released, do the Ravens take a look? I thought D Ford was a.
I'm pretty good. We don't take a look. I'd rather get 3 figures than that.
I'm gonna say, is he playing wide receiver? What the fuck we keep looking? Never mind. Right. Let's go ahead and get the Ninja Turtle. Go ahead, John.
That Ninja Turtle.
Yo, I like what Tay had put at like he. Nigga got the little.
I hate y'all so much, bro.
Matter of fact, did y'all see that movie? Hey, Tate, did you see that movie Total Recall and shit? When you had the little alien come out the fat nigga and shit, and he had the little fucked up hands.
I didn't see it, yo.
See, you gotta go watch that. Yeah, just for the hands.
A Ninja Turtle.
Nigga got Raphael playing the goddamn 3-4 off this bitch.
Yo.
Go ahead, John. I'm sorry. Y'all pissing me off with this.
But I like what Tate did. He said I wanted to stop the run, so I wanted to. I was thinking about building the team just to, if I need to stop the run on 4th down, 4th goal, I wanted to put up a team that was like I could feel comfortable doing that. So I'm gonna do it like this. If I had to stop the run, my team would be Hainsworth, Wilfork,
yeah,
Suggs to help set the edge. I wanted to put Seymour, but I don't really want him in there. Shit. And I will probably put Sack in that to help. But if I want to create a pass rush, I'm gonna have to go. I want to go Derek Thomas, Jerome Brown. I'm gonna go Jared Allen with to push the pocket of the D tackle. I'm not saying him. I'm gonna go Randall. Just that all that fight game plan, like it'll be difficult.
Jerome Brown. I thought you were talking about Gilbert Brown. I don't know.
No.
I don't know why my mind went to Gilbert Brown. But Gilbert Brown was a monster too, though.
Yeah. It's interesting. None of y'all put the guy in there.
Who?
JJ.
I mentioned him as honorable. My last honorable.
Matter of fact, I actually want to take DeMarcus Ware off and put in Von Miller. Because I didn't know we could put
Wow.
I was just thinking straight defense.
To me, Von can't possibly be a 4-3 defensive end.
No, he got to stand up.
He got to stand up.
He got to stand up.
All right, I'll stay away then.
You know, I'm a JJ fan, but all the knock on him is you can't stay healthy. A lot of the niggas that y'all like can't stay healthy either. So a nigga put up 20 sacks, you know, in his prime years.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's tough. Like, damn, no love for JJ.
Okay, we listening. What's yours?
I ain't got none.
Oh my gosh. This guy.
All right. Out of the guys y'all didn't mention, see what I'm saying? Like all the time, y'all mention the guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say that could do both. Let's go Freeney on the edge. I'm not edge. Well, at end.
Mm-hmm.
I put Watt in. Well, I put Watt there because he could play everything 0 to 7, damn near, and make plays. So I go Freeney. I go Watt. I want somebody that's gonna push. Oh, I go Cam Hayward. I show Cam Hayward some love.
Nigga said.
Subtle handshake, no.
Cause he a Steeler, y'all petty. Cam with dog. I can't knock it. Actually, no, I'm gonna take him out. He's a Steeler. I'm sorry. Can't even do that.
Figured you come to your senses.
Yeah, I can't do that. Sorry, Cam. Respect your game though. Damn, see, now I'm about to put another Steeler in. Oh, shucks. John put a Patriot in. So get all that.
Who?
Put Vince in.
That nigga a hurricane.
Vince, no, he spent more years in New England than he did in Miami. Forget all that.
You thinking, sir?
I need you to do that. Nah.
He spent some great years in Miami. He spent some great years in Miami. 1 year in Miami.
Like the way you think.
That's your whole life.
Oh man, I go Watt, Freeney. I'm surprised, y'all. I think he's still playing, but I think he had all-time great. Fletcher Cox. And and Michael Strahan.
I can't put Mike in there.
Actually, no, I like Jason Taylor more than Strahan. I put Jason Taylor.
Oh my god,
I like JT.
this recovering football ass nigga make it to the Hall of Fame. Think he nice.
Oh, no. My bad. Thank you, Lord. My bad. Jason Taylor, get up out of there with the quickness. Give me Peppers.
God damn it.
Give me Julius Peppers.
Yeah,
Yes, Lord.
Freddie and Peppers is mean, man.
Yes, that's pretty
Yes,
mean.
Lord. Sam Adams was cool. I was thinking about Casey Hampton when I said came here. I was thinking Casey Hampton because he could push the hell out of a pocket.
That's
What
true.
if you get Casey Hampton and what's the big motherfucker from that was that playing at Green Bay for all them years?
Gilbert
Brown.
Gilbert Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's mean, sir.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
That's mean.
I wish I would.
You ain't running in the A or B gaps
Nah.
at all.
Mm-mm.
And the extra, the fat side, that's a C gap too. So you ain't run over there either.
How about hey, Gilbert Brown? Yeah.
And then you still got like some guys who played that were, don't get mentioned often. Like we mentioned Gilbert, we mentioned Casey, Brian Stubblefield, Dana Stubblefield. I mean,
Dana Stubblefield, Brian Young.
Stubblefield was a dog in there.
I actually like Neil Smith at KC and Denver.
Neil, yes. Neil was another one on the end that was really good.
There's a couple honorable mentions that's still playing that I'm waiting for the next portion of this.
So your current guys. Let's see. Who your current guys?
My current guys were who was it? Aaron Donald was on the current list.
Well, in fact, should we for current guys, should we do 3-4? Should we 3 down linemen?
We can, but that's a different thing. But yeah, we can do that.
We could do. All right, we can do 3 down linemen afterwards.
All right, so 4 down linemen. I had obviously the Aaron Donald. I had I'm trying to remember who else I had like on that joint, but I gotta look it up and see real quick.
So I'm gonna take my 4 favorite then while you're looking that up. Not necessarily 4 favorite. I think 4 guys. I'm gonna go Little Racist Joe over there in San Francisco. Bosa.
Yes.
Damian Rice. That's a great one.
I'm gonna go
oh my gosh.
I'm gonna go Cam Jordan.
I like Cam Jordan.
Love Cam. Man,
and then my 2 defensive tackles gonna be Aaron Donald and Chris Jones.
All right. First of all, this is way harder to me, obviously, but
we mentioned Nada, Tony. We show love to Nada.
Yeah, definitely show love to Nada.
Man sucks. Before you even,
I picked Aaron Donald, Chris Jones at D tackle. I picked Nick Bosa on the edge, on DN, I meant, and I picked Montez Sweat.
Monster.
Montez Sweat is we already know. We
Sweat legit.
My honorable mentions on that list was Armstead and Indy.
Not
Armstead.
Buckner's in Indy.
Buckner, I meant Forrest Buckner in Indy. It's just so many people that you could kind of plug and play here. Cam Jordan, obviously, is a monster. But I think you almost got to put Ndamukong Suh as a
all-time great.
He's still playing technically, so I'll put him as an alternate, not necessarily now, but for what he's done for real. And I think other edge players that I'm trying to think defensive end. I'm trying to make sure I'm picking a defensive end, but man, it's kind of tough, honestly. But the 3-4 is a little bit easier because it's a certain body type you're looking for. But I just roll with those guys.
Okay. Anybody else ready?
Not yet.
So, all right. So I'm gonna go Vita Vea.
Right?
You gotta.
Come on, y'all know this. Y'all know
I'm keeping
this.
Vita
Like,
Vea for my 3-4. I'm
come
keeping it for
on.
my 3-4.
Like either way, I want Vita Vea. Like y'all
Okay.
know this. Come on now. I'm going Vita Vea. I feel like TJ can do it all. I feel like TJ might be the best pass rusher in the league. Like I think TJ could stand up and put his hand in the dirt and wreak havoc.
He plays what's the name technically, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
He playing outside linebacker, right?
Correct.
Right.
All right, okay. So I can't get TJ, but God, dog, yeah, a lot of respect. Oh man, damn, I ain't ready neither. T. It's a lot of guys.
It's a lot of guys. Akeem Hicks, in my opinion, is another honorable mention guy.
He's still playing.
He's still playing. Like, yeah, like I mean,
Yo,
just dominant and smart. Akeem Hicks might be one of the smartest guys I've ever watched film, if that makes sense. Like just watching him break down film.
Right.
Like,
And he pick it up like tendencies that you wouldn't even think of. And
right.
he set them up beautifully, man. He probably got the best swim move from that 3-tech position. Like he gets there so quick. Like he used leverage extremely well.
It's crazy because almost every D-line coach in the country preaches against the swim, and that's his signature move.
He kills you. Like it's so quick. Like you shouldn't be doing this.
Right.
Don't do it. Well, everybody but a king. Do it. Hey, I don't know, John. You go ahead. You probably got more guys than me.
Nah, I mean, you took one of the players that I had stashed. I was like, I know he ain't gonna say it, but he motherfucker said it.
Who won't say Vita Vea? Like
Vita Vea, Jeffrey Simmons, Myles Garrett, Max Crosby.
Myles Garrett. Who forgets Myles Garrett, bro?
I was outside linebacker. That's why I
forget Myles Garrett.
No, that nigga DN. He ain't standing up.
Yeah, he a DN.
He a DN. I don't know how I forgot Myles Garrett, bro.
The Myles DN.
I was thinking offensive outside line. So yeah,
you say Max Crosby too?
Yeah.
I like Myles better than the Bosa brothers.
I about to say move both out. Then switch Bosa for Myles Garrett, and I'll have Cam Jordan hold down the other defense.
That right there, that lineup, you can run past no matter what. You got a handful.
It don't matter.
You playing coverage. 7, you dropping 7 in coverage all day long.
Jeez.
Somebody getting home.
Somebody getting on their ass.
Somebody is getting home.
Vita Vea and Jeffrey Simmons are gonna put somebody on their ass.
That's kind of unfair.
It's crazy.
Oh man,
that's what?
That's tough right there. That's a tough tandem to beat, though. When you think about that interior tandem.
God, what you gonna do with that?
I think John won the interior tandem part for sure. And remember, Myles Garrett too was just.
I'm just saying his whole 4 is just insane.
Yeah, I mean, the Crosby thing is like he dominant, but I mean,
I was gonna put Chandler in there, but I was like, I can't because he be hurt too, and he stand up a lot, so he like up and down, stand up.
Right.
So I wanted somebody who gonna actually touch that ground and set the edge a little bit better.
Like 3 of the people John said, I can't make an argument to replace.
But I don't think this type of question is,
right or wrong.
Right or wrong, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Because the 4 you mentioned is like you can't go wrong with those guys. Then T want to throw out honorable mentions, so guys can't mention them again.
No, I mean you can mention them. I would just mention them for my honorable mention guys.
Well, Rashawn Gary would be an honorable mention for me. Kenny Clark.
Okay. I like Kenny Clark. I was a big Rashawn Gary fan too, but
he getting there.
He ain't Michigan Rashawn Gary just yet.
Kenny Clark though.
Yeah, Kenny Clark there.
Hargrave had a hell of a year last year too.
What's the dude in New England that got hurt? I can't remember his name, but he was destroying stuff until he got hurt, and then he sat out the pandemic year. I think I can't remember his name. Damn.
Was it
First thought came to my mind was interior. I was thinking about Baltimore, but
I think it is Baltimore, ain't it? It's
Christian
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Christian Baltimore?
Yeah, Baltimore. I think it's Baltimore.
Bama. So, all right. I'm try to name 4 guys that hasn't been mentioned yet. Current players.
I can think of 3 right off break. 2 off break.
The ends. I'm sorry. The ends are like easier than the D tackles. Damn. Maybe. Okay. Okay. All right. Go with me. I'm gonna go Zedarius.
That nigga ain't getting my vote.
I'm gonna go.
Man, the hell was Darius, man? I'm gonna say it.
Hey, it is what it is. Just watch him line up at 3 tech and see the type of havoc he wreaks.
I'm not denying that. I just don't like it.
Like, I put his running mate. I go Zedarius, Daniel Hunter on the at ends. I keep thinking about Buffalo, but I can't think of nobody's name up in Buffalo. I go Fletcher Cox, and what's the boy? Grady Jarrett.
Oh, and ATL.
Yeah, I go Grady Jarrett. I was thinking not Ogunjobi. I think Ogunjobi. But I said no. I like Grady better.
Now that you said yours, some other guys, honorable mention guys. You could go Muhammad Wilkerson. You could go
Muhammad Wilkins is still in the league.
Yeah.
On the active roster.
active roster.
He was Muhammad Wilkerson was legit.
I was about to put Calais in there at, you know what I mean, at 3 tech somewhere.
Leonard Williams. You could go Leonard Williams. You could go what's the dude from the one that was fighting on the sideline in Washington?
Yes, Jonathan and Payne, yes.
Yeah, you could go, those guys. So yeah, so
I want to see how Chase Young bounced back from injury.
Yes. Yeah. What about Armstead?
Like him.
I like Armstead.
Eric Armstead, pretty good.
Three, four.
That's a layup.
3-4. Vita Vea. Cam Hayward. And who else do I want to put there, bro? So tough.
Stephon Tuitt retired. But that'd have been a good one.
So tough, bro. But me, sheesh. So tough. But I think I think Cam Jordan could play that 3-4 in as well. That's just me personally. I'm trying to think about it. This is what I'll do. I'll put Vita Vea at the 3-4 at the other end on 3. I'll put him at the tackle. I'll put not Cam Jordan, Cameron Hayward at the end, And at nose tackle, I'll put Linval Joseph he's still playing technically. But back in the day, Linval Joseph was legit. But currently, nose tackle, shucks, I'm trying to think of my nose. I got to put Vita Vea back, and I got to go Cam Jordan. So that's my 3-4 defensive front. You can't. Cam Jordan's just a weak link in the run, but I'm trying to think. I can't replace him with nobody right now. That's a DN.
You can. Oh,
what am I thinking?
Easy.
I can replace him. Calais. I'm gonna go Calais. Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm sitting here thinking. I go Calais.
To be fair, you could even replace him in the run game. You could even go Clowney.
Yeah, Clowney can't play 3-4 defensive end. He can play outside linebacker. What 3-4 defensive ends? You talking about?
I don't know.
Guys playing at 4.
He can play 4.
4 technique type. You know what I mean? 3.
He can play 4.
You think
he's not strictly a 5 technique guy?
Who, Jadavian?
Yeah. We seen him at 4 and muscling people in the run game. That's one thing he does extremely well. I don't know about getting to the passer too often. Well, consistently. But run game?
It's funny the people that John don't like, bro.
Which one is that? Which one? Make a list of that.
That's a list right there.
That's a top list.
But that list probably hard. That's a fire list. 3-4 guys.
I'm trying not to mention the people who have already been said.
Right.
I don't see how you not have. I don't see how you not have Vita Vea at the defensive tackle at the nose.
John messed us up with that one, boy. I don't know how we forgot Joe. Well, some of us ain't forget.
I don't see how you but not have him at the nose. And then
I'm gonna go. Oh, you still doing your list? My bad.
I about to say, do I want to put Brad Chubb there somewhere? I don't think so. Y'all go ahead.
Me too. I'm gonna go. DeForest Buckner at nose. Demarcus Lawrence.
He retired. Oh no, I'm sorry, man. I was thinking about DeMarcus Ware. My bad.
And Shaq Barrett.
And outside linebacker.
Shaq outside linebacker.
Yeah.
I thought we doing ends.
He end of my book.
Well, the 3-4 is a little different. Y'all know it's technically like it's like when you think about it, think of Cam Hayward, Tuitt, and Alualu. Like those are like 3. That's a mean ass 3.
You want big guys that can play 2 gaps.
Correct.
And also, set edge and get home.
Right.
You gotta be big enough to handle, 700 pounds of man. Pause. Like, I'm just saying. Like, I couldn't figure a better way to say it.
It had to be a better way.
It had to be. In the moment, I couldn't figure it out. Richard Seymour would have been a good one for the all-time team.
That's a good. Yeah, it's a good one. That's tough, man. It's just so tough, bro. Like,
Oh, I would say. Oh, no, here. All right, let me go. Timon, you said Calais, right?
Yeah.
Al said Vita. You put the 4s inside. All right. I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna put Cam inside. No, you already said Cam. I can't use Cam again.
Having the same person is not a bad thing. Like, I mean, I'm just saying.
All right, like I said, I don't understand how you not have Vita Vea at the nose. Like I just like from watching him in Washington, that's a nose tackle. Like that's a dominant nose tackle. Just watching him in Washington to today. Like
I'm gonna give you some names y'all probably ain't even thinking of. I'm gonna go Brandon Graham.
Okay.
I want to say Brian Burns, but he stand up a lot. And Brian, yeah, he probably be a good 4-3 with him.
How about I thought he was 4-3 over there.
Yeah. So I would go Brandon Graham. Trey Hendrickson. I'm going Trey Hendrickson.
Okay.
And shucks. He ain't playing down yet. That'd be petty.
Nigga, I was so close to putting Jordan Davis there.
Right. He ain't playing down yet. I probably go I go Kenny Clark.
Okay.
Roland asks if the Ravens. Oh, Jesus.
Oh shit, it's rolling.
Oh Lord.
You said Roland.
I'm fine.
Question,
No, I'm rolling the guy. The Ravens question. I said, "Oh Jesus," but that's a good segue though. That's a really good segue. If the Ravens had a 1,300-yard and a 1,000-yard wide receiver and a 600-yard tight end, would the fans complain as much? The answer to that question,
when do they
I believe, is yes. The fans still find a way to complain.
What year do they have this?
Complain about what? Complain about Roman? Yes.
Right. I mean, you can have the yards you want first and third quarters, but if situational play calling comes down and it still sucks and we need it on fourth quarter, fourth downs, and you still doing dumbass rollouts to Mark Andrews and ain't no other wide receiver open over this month, then yes, that's the complaint. That's a legit complaint.
Y'all do realize a lot of Mark Andrews freelance a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
A whole lot where it's like he shouldn't even be in certain areas, but it happens.
Well, guess what? Other people need to start freelancing. I'm just saying, somebody got to do something else, or else we just can't have Willie Snead run right here next to people all goddamn day.
But all right, so in your mind, the numbers ain't got nothing to do with it. Y'all don't care about the numbers. It's situational with y'all.
Yeah,
that's been my issue with the play calling situational.
My issue is when it comes time to be great, to have a great game plan, and to even when that game plan doesn't work and to have a backup game plan, we don't have that backup game plan. And that's been on either side of the football. You can pick a game and it'd be either side of the football. When stuff start getting a little hairy, we don't have a backup plan. We don't have a counter punch. We don't have an adjustment. That's the issue. So I don't care if we got 4 1,000-yard receivers. If when divisional round of the playoffs come, we can revert back to the same people we was coaching and play calling wise. That's the issue.
So who was 600? If the tight end was 1,300, the receiver was 1,000. Who was 600?
Basically, you got down to Bateman. Bateman did that and missed like 5 games, and had significant less targets than the two guys with 1,000 yards. Huh?
Said with 1 touchdown?
Yeah. Productive as hell.
That's situational play calling. Get that man the ball.
But that I don't. That question can't pertain to this year, just broadly, because you're gonna get Gus Edwards back, you'll get DK back. I mean, it's just gonna be a different type of a team.
I'm not trying to get that out of the tight end group.
It don't matter. They're gonna complain a lot. Fans will always complain. Like, just to be fair, like Like Al mentioned before, you got Kansas City fans complaining about their offense. We on the outside looking in like Kansas City is the bee's knees, but they gonna complain. Green Bay fans complain about Green Bay's offense. No matter how it goes, it's complaining
Right.
is what's the name of the game.
That's part of the business, actually, at this point.
Right. That's what's going to be. But speaking of complaining in the name of the game and the Ravens, hey, well, how you feel about Lamar Jackson reporting to camp today? You excited?
I feel the same way I've been feeling when I've been saying it the whole last month and a half. It's not about. I never thought he was holding out for a pay because they already said they would pay him whenever he's ready. My issue is you just lost your number one target. Get there and get this work in with these new guys. Number 2 target. Your only your number one wide receiver target. Get there and get to working with these new guys in the system with your coaches. That's my issue. So the fact that he's there now, okay, great. And I tell everybody, like I said before, he should have been there. That's just what it is. Like if you the head of a franchise, you got to be there. That's just what it is.
But he already put the work in with them off season.
Okay. Oh well, you need all the work you can get. This the time where you need to be like, look, hey, Greg, look, I ain't really feeling this shit, bro. Look, put that shit in the vault.
Put that in a whole nother vault.
Yeah, put that shit in the vault, bro. Let's get something else. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Though, like this time don't work out the kinks. Though, like, look, put that joint in the vault. Let's get something else working for real. I'm really feeling this, whatever the case may be.
That motherfucking vault, boy. That shit dangerous. That shit dangerous, boy. He got some heat in there.
He ain't gonna never open it. It's in there. It's in there.
Like I ain't never give up on a season a day of my life like I did when I heard that shit. I said, we got some shit in the vault. I said, yeah, the fuck, all right. Draft season, draft time.
If that hey, listen, if y'all heard this interview a couple weeks ago, y'all probably give up on the season right now.
Shit.
Because he said he was out there. We got guys out there running routes, combinations that they look good, but we probably wouldn't even run them in the game.
What the fuck? What are they? They just out there running and shit.
That's why. You know what? I take it back, Lamar. That's why his ass ain't show up.
Right. Got niggas
That's why he's like, what? We running stuff we ain't gonna run in a game. I'm going out here with Kodak. Give Kodak this motherfucking yelling me.
These niggas out there having gym class. All right, bro.
You know what, Lamar? I apologize, Lamar. If your offensive coordinator said that with his comb over, I apologize. It's not on you, Lamar. Go back to South Florida and do what you're doing, whatever you can. Just work on your audibles is all I'm saying. Because when he calls some BS from the sideline, you need to be like, no, whiskey, tango, switch it up or something. Just throw anything in there.
Roland said,
we here talking about Lamar. He talking about they gonna run the stuff they ain't running in a game. Come on, man. This dude high.
Roland said he just finds that a lot of complaints about our receiving talent is just fans not used to seeing a tight end dominant. Also, how many wide receivers in the NFL would do more than what Hollywood did with 150 targets and 91 receptions? And how many
had 97 or 95 receptions? How many fucking passes he dropped?
98. Yeah, that's valid. If you get Bateman 150 targets, he getting way more than 91 catches. And
he preaches to the choir. I don't think nobody here is complaining about these wide receivers.
Take that back.
Who? Oh Lord, Al. That's right, Al. I forgot you want them to bring Willie Snead back.
No, I want them to they want to have wide receivers on his team to do more than fucking block.
I want him to try Julio in. That's what it is.
I personally want a Julio jersey. Yes.
Go buy you a Falcons jersey. You got plenty of them. Shit on.
Yeah, goddamn Falcon jersey.
They got them at Save a Lot right now.
No, yeah, like the talent is there.
And again, it's not to the talent. It's Greg Roman got them niggas out there running gym plays and shit. That's what it is.
But let's be fair. the system that they want to run and that the Ravens have championed, when you think about it, for like damn near 20 years, is utilizing tight end dominant sets. The history of the franchise. You can name you're more likely to name tight ends that were successful here than you would wide receivers. That's just how they want to go. And from a X's and O's standpoint, when you get guys like Mark, if Charlie Cole or Isaiah Likely can pan out what we think they can be, that's a hell of a mismatch. That's especially when the run game is going, and then you got guys on the outside that can catch and get yacked. That's tough to deal with.
We recognize the talent. We just asking for some fucking creativity. We don't want no Amish women staying home with the missionary, nigga. We want some hot girl bend the fuck over, do some creativity, some shit. Like, nigga, come on. Get that vault the fuck out of there.
I like how you think, nigga.
Some cousin Faith.
How you think.
These need some cousin Faith in their life.
Right.
We don't need the girl showing the ankles, nigga. We need Magic City out this bitch. Hold on.
Right. Fuck. Oh, we're gonna run and remember the Titans playbook. Roll out left, roll out right. Sweep left, sweep right. Nigga, we remember them over the days.
When do you update from the 20 years? Because the 2000 Ravens defense ain't coming through that door.
Like, and I'm the advocate. Like, when you sit there and look at the route combinations are very similar to what everybody run. His biggest downfall is the play calling and play timing. That's it. The same route combinations that we would run get ran in damn near other 31 teams. It looks better there because it's called at the right time. That's his biggest issue, man. Like, sometimes you got to pass the sticks. like nigga, watch from the side. Give me the controller.
Let me be run game coordinator.
That's all it is. Like, bro, just pass the sticks. Like, you got the right idea, but no, not yet. Like, you look at the Browns game this year with Lamar threw 4 picks. 3 out of the 4 picks were the same formation, the same route combination. 2 of them, the quarterback made a dumb decision. But the fact that you kept coming to this play is an issue for me. Like, you come into this play and throwing it, gets that cover 2 look, and they triangling Mark, and Lamar's still trying to force it there. Like, hold up, man, let's switch this shit up. Actually, technically 3 of the 4 picks was on Lamar, but whatever. Let's need to hit on that.
Sure. Maybe he had an issue with it too.
He had an issue with staring down the receiver, yeah. That's his issue. That's a massive issue. Like, come on, man, fix that shit.
That's the only more reason he should have been there to work out with these receivers.
So you stare him down on routes that they ain't gonna run in the game. Yeah. Waste your time, man.
But like timing with receivers, like, he missed 6 practices.
That's a lot
and
of practice.
Got how many more to go?
That's a lot of practices. I don't know how many more he got to go, but that's a lot.
A whole lot. Like I can sacrifice 6 when I'm working out, when I'm working on my game. I can sacrifice 6 practice at voluntary camp. At voluntary camp, while I'm working on my game, I can sacrifice 6.
So we ain't gonna miss Kodak party or something? Like,
I can't sacrifice 6 practices and I'm out there playing golf and not working out.
I love Lamar, but people make a lot of excuses for Lamar in this instance. Oh, it's voluntary. We know it's voluntary, but it's a difference between being good and being great. And it ain't like he coming off a Super Bowl win. We coming off losing and not even a playoff win. I mean, not even a playoff berth. And then the year before that, you lose in the playoffs. And the year before that, you lose in the first round of the playoffs. Like, you can't get better by
Can I be one of those fans that you talking about?
This is the first voluntary camp he missed, and he chose to miss it while working on his game.
Can I be one of those
He ain't Josh Allen out here playing golf.
Please, can I
he
be
ain't
one
Aaron
of those
Rodgers. Who ain't win the Super Bowl. He ain't Brady, who ain't win the Super Bowl.
And guess what? They need to be at their mandatory camps. I mean, at voluntary camps too.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Can I be that fan that he's talking about right quick?
He missed six practices. He got like
the Ravens are coming off a season where they missed the playoffs. Lamar's coming off a 7-1 season. 6-1.
With Greg calling the plays.
I mean, I'm definitely a Lamar apologist, but I'm just saying maybe put all about their losses on Lamar.
I'm not saying I don't want that to get misconstrued. I don't want it to seem like I'm saying it's Lamar's fault that they coming off of these playoff losses. Because I already told you where my blame lies. My blame lies solely in that booth up top.
I can't do it right until we fix that. I've been saying for damn near 7-8 years now, it ain't the quarterback. And I can't just keep saying that shit and we not changing.
It's literally been the same issue.
Yeah, but it ain't been just the booth either. It's been that offensive line too. It's been crucial moments where if they stepped the fuck up and held their own, we had touchdowns on the board. They just gave up.
That's recently though.
That's recently and the beginning of his career.
That's Lamar's entire career.
That line ain't been
even going back to the playoff game when he looked bad for 3 quarters and in the fourth quarter he was bringing them back. If Orlando Brown doesn't get beat by Bosa, who knows what the Ravens did?
Melvin Ingram and Bosa was having a field day with that interior line. Niggas was doing
catch the ball for sure.
They was doing spinning stunting in that motherfucker on that day.
They was doing whatever they wanted to do.
Yeah.
Receivers got catch. That's the beautiful thing about football, man. Everybody plays football in it.
Right. So Herb, to that point, you saying everybody got to do that part, right?
Yes, sir.
So it takes continuity, right?
Yeah. 6 games does 6
No, wait a minute. How you build continuity? By being at 6 practices that you missed. Get your ass back when I play to get up there.
Tell you one. Let me put it like let me put this scenario out there like this. Would you go to a voluntary pizza party, or would you take your ass home knowing you can get 8 hours of pay and go home and relax?
What kind of pizza is it?
The fuck out of here. Yeah. I'm
taking my ass home. Like, what kind of pizza is Greg Roman?
That's my fucking
I don't want to look.
Yeah, exactly. Take your ass home.
I can tell you what type of pizza Greg Roman is. Greg Roman looks like a pepperoni lovers on top, but when you bite into it, it's anchovies underneath of it. That's a good
with some flat soda and water and shit, lukewarm water. Like, fuck, taking my ass the fuck home. Fuck out of here. 8 hours of regular pay. I'm out good.
Debo said Buffalo's the only playoff loss he put on Lamar.
That was pretty bad. I don't even know if I can put it solely on him.
But it's both, because when we broke that down.
Everything.
We broke that game down.
I mean,
some of it was just bad. It was bad throws. Some of it was drop passes, ran the wrong routes.
Recalled the goddamn. They called the bubble screen with 3 people over there. We only had 1 defender. Like, it was bad all around. I can't even put that one.
I take that back. I do put it on Lamar, because if you go back and watch it, it was a lot of him going to the making the wrong decision.
Will Smith forgot he was the hot rod.
It was a whole lot. Like, he missed JK multiple times in crucial situations.
True.
Well, he tried to force it to somebody and not taking the easy stuff to get extra yards. But if you look at the way the offense is set up, and it's partly reason why the Ravens was in so many games this year without Lamar. It's a lot of route combinations where guys catching in space to get yak. Certain guys get it, certain guys don't. Just think about it. How many situations we seen where Mark catch the ball at like 10, 12 yards and pick up 25 more? Bateman catches at like 14 or whatever and shake somebody off and keep going. It's set up that way, but at the same time, it's like, man, they gotta be more consistent with the play calling.
But we did miss kicks and made it 10. They could have made it 10-9 as well.
But also before he threw the pick six, I'm answering the questions while you bringing them in. Before he threw the pick six, it was an open touchdown that was dead. It was just that middle end of the interior line got folded up.
Yes,
and it caused a play left off the board. That's 10.
That was a great play call. Great play call, great defense.
But now I'm not saying Hollywood would have caught it, but I'm saying the shit was there.
It was there. It'd have been on.
Like,
on Hollywood.
What's the Samoan that who played for Buffalo? Big Yo. It was like almost like Vita Vea, but like
the Tulele, I think, right?
Yeah, motherfucker was having a field day. He caused that incomplete.
Yeah, and that pick was just a terrible read by Lamar. Like he ain't see the corner. Corner played it beautifully. He baited him into the throw.
I mean, the thing is, if Lamar takes
14-point swing,
takes the easy stuff, it's going to be a lot of check down Joey, because a lot of the passes are designed as runs. It's not he takes shots, but it's not a lot of shots designed. A lot of them are 5 to 10 yard passes, and you just going milk.
That's what it gets yacked. But the greatest quarterback of all time was in that type of system for majority of his career and got 7 rings.
You're preaching.
Was just on. White had like 8 receptions.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I say the system works. It's just the timing of the plays.
Right.
You can't call the plays right.
Zone
can't be predictable.
Like we playing spades. If you got a you trunk tight in your hand and you can't play it right.
Agreed.
You gonna lose. That's how it is.
He definitely reneging.
Right.
Oh, how Tay be stealing it on people's money on Monopoly and shit every fucking day.
I'm just a Monopoly god.
Listen. To this day, I've never played Monopoly.
What?
Never. I got 2 Monopoly boards and I never played them.
Wow.
Wait till my youngest get a little older and then we'll play.
Yeah, beat up on them first and then you can work your way up the ladder.
Like I would play card games before, I ain't playing too many.
I ain't playing no goddamn Monopoly.
I don't take it easy on nobody. My daughter 10.
Rightfully so.
And let her land on that hotel. I'm singing and everything. 950. Let me get it up off you.
Hey man.
Hattie.
Listen.
That game take too much time to complete.
Father's Day is this weekend. I feel like fathers need to be celebrated more as a whole and also amongst men. Like I was so upset. I'm riding and I heard a commercial on the radio was like basically advertising cheap gifts for your dad at Foreman Mills.
Not Foreman Mills.
Yes, you don't know what to get. Go to Foreman Mills, get something for your dad. I'm like, listen. I'm not vain.
Divorce the whole house.
That just showed me like what you think of dads. I've never heard a commercial like go to Foreman Mills on Mother's Day, but somehow Foreman Mills is acceptable for dads. I understand we don't need much. We don't ask for much, like materialistic things. Like to get out, be simplistic, but at the same time, man, put some little more effort. You show me some damn Foreman Mills. I might judge you a little bit. A $10 gift. And he was saying like a $10 gift. That's what he was saying.
Fuck that. Give me a gift card, some yak, and an empty house.
Right. See, that's yeah. But just want to, celebrate y'all guys, man. The hard work that y'all do, the sacrifices. Like we get a lot of love and respect to the women and say, they're the toughest on earth. They have our children. Traditionally, they raise the children as we out being the breadwinners. But there's a lot of guys out here who take pride in doing it all.
Mhm.
Like, oh, I can go make the money, but I could make you Sunday dinner too.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get it
Come on.
twisted. Like
Whoop
we
somebody ass and
embrace
make them
that.
take melatonin. Yep.
Yeah, like I'm a dad in every sense of, every syllable of it. Like I can do it all, and I'm a great, hold it down as a husband. So I just want to celebrate y'all guys, for what y'all do. Like the tough times, the stress that we got to deal with of keeping a home, raising children, keeping a happy home, keeping them, being a disciplinarian at times, being, that balance, going out when we tired and don't feel like it, but you still got to push through, man. Just celebrate you guys, man. Y'all,
And
y'all superheroes for sure.
Also want to shout out non-biological dads too. Guys who step up and step into situations. Guys who take on that male figure role as well in different kids' lives, whether it be godfather, whether it be uncle, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
All that stuff is needed and should be celebrated in the same breath, because what you're doing pays dividends in the long run. So just want to shout those guys out as well.
I was told a long time ago that someone is always watching you. Like somebody looks up to you. Like I was taught that like maybe 10 years old. Like, man, nobody looking up to me. I'm a kid. Them little kids ain't worrying about me. Like, nah. Whether you realize it or not, someone is always gonna look up to you. Whether you're a dad or not. Just being that male figure, it's your responsibility, whether you like it or not, to be a beacon of hope, of positivity, of support in someone's life, whether they mention it to you or not. Someone is looking for consistency in that male figure, because it's a lot of bad. I don't want to highlight the bad, but they put us down a lot, especially being black men.
Niggas ain't shit. Yeah, I know.
Right.
Definitely salute to you, fellas. Three fathers. It's not easy, like you were just saying, to hold it down, and y'all do it. I don't hear y'all, complaints or nothing. I'm quite sure that they may be there. Those are things you kind of don't really, feel like it, but y'all still hold it down, and I definitely salute. Like you said, somebody's watching.
Just like Greg Roman, somebody watching the vault. See what's gonna rock
that bitch unlocked. That shit unlocked, opened and shit. That shit ain't nobody watching that shit.
That vault empty as a motherfucker. You just got it. It's there. It looked pretty.
All right. So, question. I'm gonna end on this. 3 players, or let's just say 3 things you're excited to see from the Ravens minicamp, or anticipating.
I could say 3 players that I'm looking.
In fact, no. Let me open it up a little bit.
Okay.
This season, just this season, like by 9/11, what you were most excited to see?
So, defensive. I want to see the defensive line. That's Travis Jones, the rookie. That's Matabuke. That's Dalen Hayes. That's we got somebody else last year as well.
Calais.
We already know what Calais is. Calais is Calais. I don't expect like him to fall off a cliff this year. Hopefully not on whatever. But definitely defensive line play other than Calais. And like even Wolf is a question mark because it's a back injury.
I think he's gonna retire. I think he's retiring.
Wolf?
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna wind up happening.
Yeah, that's a back injury. That affects your mobility. That affects your mobility and your strength, and you need both of
Yeah.
those on the defensive line. So that's one thing. The second tight end. I mean, even we want to say Nick Bull is there, and Nick Bull looks a lot slimmer than he has in previous seasons. But when you got Nick Bull likely, and you got Kolar fighting for that second spot, I think, in my opinion. And the third thing, I'm not gonna be petty. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. I want to see what wide receivers we getting because I know we ain't finished.
Yeah, let that shit go.
I know we ain't finished. I know for a fact niggas ain't sitting there.
Listen,
He the sideline
wait till
talk
he's
host of
Tyler
Bourne over
Wallace,
there.
nigga.
right? You hear this? Now, watch when James Prochet come on. Al gonna be the one just quiet, like I don't believe in this
I
nigga.
don't have an issue with none of the guys. Like that's the thing. I don't have an issue with them.
Yes, you
I
do,
just
because you
don't
keep
believe we gonna
raising your
use
hand
them.
talking about we need more.
Because I know for a fact that we would use them.
I know that too. That's the problem.
So those are the three things I'm looking for this season.
John, you want to go?
Who's gonna shape up and take up the first reps for the offensive line, especially at right tackle? See who's emerging in the favorite spot for that. See the development of Ole. They just mentioned him on NFL Network as a promising D lineman to jumpstart, and to see what type of role the safeties have in the defense. See where they at in the field. See where they start lining up, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
I'm looking forward to seeing Mark Andrews, Charlie Kohler, and Isaiah Likely and Rashawn Bateman on the field at the same time.
Mm.
That's a lot of different matchups.
It is.
A lot of different matchups. That's what I'm looking forward to see the most. And it just creates so much in the run game as well. Because once you start hitting those seams, linebackers have to take a step back first, which is a killer going against zone defense. So I'm looking forward to that. Next thing I'm looking forward to the most is the creativity of Mike McDonald. Or lack of creativity, whichever one comes. Like, that's what I'm looking forward to see how creative he can be. Third thing I'm looking forward to is the bounce back. So many injuries, so many people coming back. We need to see the bounce back of these players. And by these players, obviously, how many we had on IR last year? 18?
75.
So damn, it felt like IR. I mean, 75.
Like we got 18 that first week.
Every all pro player you can think of was on IR.
That's crazy when you
Every
think
Pro
about
Bowl
the
player you
bounce
think of
back.
was IR. Yeah.
Except for Mark.
The bounce back.
Yep.
The secondary, in my opinion, is in good shape right now. We was talking about that. They're in good shape right now. So the bounce back has to be great from these guys, and that's what I'm looking forward to the most. Like we gotta remember that J.K. Dobbins in our minds was going to be like Jonathan Taylor, like you know what I'm saying, going into that hurt year, which is why everybody wanted to beat John Harbaugh over the head. Pause. But the guy like that, man, like I'm so anxious to see a guy like that, man.
I do want to see if they develop Dobbins more in the pass game too. Like
that
was the plan.
That's been the consistent thing about out of OTAs was a lot of throws to running backs. Like Tyler Beatty was making plays out the backfield. Justice Hill, like a lot of running backs making plays.
Mm-hmm.
So, and obviously that opens up a whole nother stress on the defense when you got tight ends that's big and can run and block, and you got backs leaking, and you got a quarterback that can move. Like you can't cover everybody. You gotta give us something up, and that's gonna create yak. So, the biggest thing I want to see is the growth from the quarterback. Like working with Tom House and Adam and all those guys on mechanics and everything. Like if you look at Lamar throwing the ball this past summer compared to like when he first started, it's totally different. But I just want to see if he got better mentally. Like, is he at the point where he's thinking the game? I want to see him like take this step between the ears, because you've seen every like defense throw stuff at you that you normally don't see with the average quarterback, but you got 2-3 years of it already, so you should know, you know what I mean, how to combat that and how to have your input on the offense. So that's what I want to see most of all. Secondly, Ronnie Stanley. I would say the offensive line, but Ronnie Stanley. Like the last time Ronnie Stanley was healthy, we won 14 games. They lost 2. So I'm just saying, I just want to see Ronnie Stanley. If Ronnie Stanley can get back to being Ronnie Stanley, all is right in the world. And then that bounce back, like you said, that defense. I feel like the defense, if they're healthy, if just the bounce back, I want to see the bounce back. And I'm kind of low key anticipating Ojabo playing a lot sooner than people think. Like every time I see him, he got shoes, dancing, walking around already. I'm like it might surprise a lot of people. So appreciate y'all for rocking with us. We be back at it next week. Hopefully to discuss Game 7. Game 7 will be next Monday, right?
It's over either way.
It'll be over this week either way.
Either way,
it's usually over by Father's Day, right?
Yeah, like Monday.
We got a game tonight, and then I would think, yeah. Well, next week we'll be discussing who's the champion, and
I may or may not be using the sick day. I'm just giving y'all a heads up right now.
Oh, all right.
Stay away from that motherfucker. So right.
No, I'm just saying. If y'all see green confetti, just know I'm taking the sick day. I ain't ready to do it.
Yeah. But definitely follow us.
Well, no, every Game 7 will be Sunday.
Sunday, right? All right. Father's Day. I remember Mike won it on Father's Day when I was little.
Yeah. And
LeBron when he beat Golden State.
That was on Father's Day?
Yeah, I was at Kirk Franklin's show. That's how I remember.
Okay. I wasn't even at my father. Wasn't the mic when I was with my father. The second one, I don't.
All right. Follow us on YouTube at the Sideline Talk _SLT. Facebook group #Sideline Talk on Twitch. Sideline Talk Instagram at the Sideline Talk. Al, take us out.
Be blessed, be productive, be more. We love you. We out. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.